What's your biggest flaw?
My biggest flaw?
Biggest flaw.
Ooh.
I have flaws. I don't remember that.
Where do I start?
Biggest flaw. This is gonna be a real big cliche, but perfectionism.
My biggest flaw is how much I pick at myself. Like, I'm a perfectionist, and the way I judge myself, I would never judge anyone else. Not to do with my looks, but like getting things right and standards and stuff. So yeah, I'm my own worst critic.
My biggest flaw. See, people would say, wait, but if you ain't chubby, you ain't hubby.
I'm all about self-love, you know, so, okay. Don't have a lot of patience.
My biggest flaw? I'm too patient. And when I say that, I mean, a couple of people that know how to work me know that they can get away with a lot because I've got a lot of patience.
What's your biggest flaw?
Everything. My face, probably. My personality.
Some insecurities, not in my physical appearance or anything superficial, but I would say more my mental strength. I have a lot of dreams and ambitions, but my insecurities stop me from achieving them. So I would say that's my biggest flaw, is being insecure to the point that no one could help you, you could only help yourself.
Yeah, I think one of my biggest flaws is my road rage. It's something that I'm really working on, but I don't know, there's a lot of rubbish drivers out there, but we move.
I'm quite stubborn sometimes. I feel like that's not great.
Stubborn, but that's also a positive, because sometimes you have to believe in what you need to believe in.
I'm very choleric, so I'm like, let's get it now, let's get it done.
I say a lot of stuff, but I don't do what I say sometimes. And I think just doing stuff is not my biggest strength. So the opposite is my flaw, if that makes sense.
It's a good thing and a bad thing. I'm really persistent. So like, if I feel like there's something wrong with with someone, I'll just be onto them, constantly asking questions and just getting on their case and that. So yeah.
I don't know when to stop and when to start. Yeah, I just do too much when I do.
What's your biggest flaw?
Nothing. I'm joking.
My biggest flaw? I don't know. I
don't care a lot of the time. I'm really chilled, which kind of goes both ways, I suppose.
I'm very emotional. Is that a flaw?
I'm way too laid back, and that's because I've just been through too much. And it's like anything that comes and hits at me, I'm just like, is what it is.
I tend to space out quite a lot. I just can't help it. I'm a space cadet.
Due to COVID, I've just kind of been a more carefree approach in the sense of I can't expect much out of life or rush my way through things. So I'll just relax and take it as it comes. But now that the world starts turning again, I've kind of gotten hard to get back into the groove of being active and creative and stuff like that.
My friends say I'm pretty blunt, and I suppose I agree with them from time to time.
I don't like my height. I wish I was actually taller. I don't like my ears because when I was younger in primary school, my ears were like really, really pointy. So everyone used to call me an elf.
I do keep repeating myself. So if I'm in a meeting or something and I'll say everybody's got to go through that door, and then I'll say, so everyone's got to go through that door, and then I'll go, right, so everyone's got to go through that door, and I'm like, why do I keep saying that?
I talk to myself a lot, which is really embarrassing because I'll days out and then people will come up to me and say, why are you talking to yourself? And I'll immediately clock back into reality and get a nice little shade of red on my face.
I don't think it's a flaw, but it's a flaw. Yes, I can be a bit smug at times.
I feel like I could be better at my communication and stuff, like when people message me on the socials and stuff, I take days to get back to them. Do you know what it is, yeah? When a message comes through and ping, it's like I read it and in my head I've replied and then I just completely forget to reply, so I'll just say my communication, yeah.
How easy I can accept people and friendships, and yeah.
My biggest flaw is when I do trust people, I trust them completely, and that can obviously lead to being used and stuff like that.
I think I just let emotions get the better of me sometimes.
The fact that I feel too much and I don't say enough.
I think that I don't stand up for myself enough, and I usually put other people before me.
What's your biggest flaw?
I'd say I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. It can annoy people sometimes because I have to get things like exactly correct or in a certain way, and sometimes it works in my downfall in the way that I do things slower than I should do because I'm just so focused on getting it perfect.
It's really hard because I actually don't have any, but I'm going to make one up. What I don't like about myself, not physically, but I tend to bite my nails. That's a really bad habit. I don't like to do that at all. But they're alright. They're not that bad.